Hi guys, this is Ravensleep45 and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Today we're going to be doing the Summoner's Job quest, but before we proceed to our regular scheduled recording, I do want to mention a couple of things. And for starters, if you see any abilities from the Summoner/Pet, like say Pain Flare, all the dots, not to mention Devotion, they're either been removed or replaced altogether from the game. So if you see any of those abilities in my recording, and you're probably wondering why I still have them, this is prior to Stormblood all the way to Endwalker, so that's the reason I still have said abilities. So with that being said, this has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day. Hi guys, this is Ravensleep45 and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Today we'll be continuing on from the last quest, continuing on to Stormblood for the level 60 job quest for the Summoner. And I wonder what kind of storyline we'll be experiencing from 60 to 70. Only time will tell until we talk to our NPC guide, which is right next to us. Eorzea. And our quest is a book with bite. Artorias have the most fascinating news. It would seem that the ruins of the ancient Allegan have yielded to us a tome containing unknown secrets of the summoning arts. The tome in question is currently being kept under Wombro's watchful gaze at our dig site in Mordona. I'll be heading there myself, but I wouldn't beguile you on an earlier peek. Alright, so we're heading to Mordona to take a quick peek at this new tome they discovered. Alright, here we are. Now we just need to take a small little peek of the tome that Rumbos is safeguarding. Ah, I thought you might be along. Here, Artorias. A prize such as this should be in your keeping. Thank you, Rambos. We uncovered not very far from when we excavated the Invoker's attire. I judged the tome to be some manner of manual for summoning magic, but alas, was unable to decipher the writings. Too fortunate, then, that such a task falls directly within Eumetia's field of expertise. Speaking of which, would you mind taking this book to her yourself? She sent word that she's been held up by some dreamy business in Revenant's Hole. Pray do be careful. I wonder what kind of business she's been held up on in Mordona. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Alright, we're here in Mordona. So where do I need to go? Okay, I need to go to the tavern where all the scions are. Oh no, wait, that's my main quest. I need to go over here. My apologies. A trifling but unavoidable matter prevented me from making directly for the dig site. Now, shall we take a closer look at this elegant tome? Well, here you go. Oh my! This is rather more shabby than we come to expect from the great works of the Allegan. But let's not be discouraged. The content is what truly matters. A fine observation! Wait, what? Principia at your service. I'm a humble familiar with the doctrine of summoning. A talking book familiar. Oh my! Have we awoken a scented tome from some ancient library? Artorias! We must keep it contained. Sure. Have I somehow given offense? Strange, for I am not equipped with offensive capabilities. Imparting the art of summoning is my function, and instructional manual is my form. A manual, you say? Correct! When open in the presence of a summoner, I am bound to awaken and share with them the secrets of summoning. The young mistress there is in possession of an ancient soul crystal, yes? Yes, it is I, the summoner that awoken you from your slumber. It was a soul crystal that awoken you. Correct! Only one who carries a soul crystal and has been bathed in the aether of Ekon may wield the powers of a summoner. I sense one worthy of instructions, and thus compelled to introduce myself. Ekon? That is the elegant word for primal. Excuse me, may we need to clarify the obvious, but are you a construct created to teaching summoner magic to any potential student you may encounter? Why would the ancient elegants have deemed such a thing necessary? Summoning came into being from a purpose of eliminating beings, specifically those being known as icons, primals, once these entities had been vanquished. However, a new Iggy cannot be harnessed. Old summoner perish, and so too does their art. It was upon gleaming this bleak future that a certain master summoner set upon crafting yours truly, inscribed the arts of tremendous power. I exist to teach others how to safeguard their existence. Fascinating! Your creation speaks to the heart of the disciples' verity, summoning harnessing the powers of the primal for the sole purpose of destroying them. A new summoner arises only at an age when primals are rife. With the absence of a living mentor, a true succession of the arts is never achieved. Principia, are you then to instruct authorities in the lost secrets of the elegant? I am eager to oblige, but there are certain obligations. Ere the seal upon my higher knowledge can be unlocked, the student must first overcome the 3 challenges I am endorsed to present. Well, considering how I refer to primals as econs, I'm inclined to believe that we have a Alteric elegant relic on our hands. What say you, Artorias? Will you undertake these challenges? Well, I'm here, might as well take this challenge to get more knowledge for the summoning. The first challenge is a test of power. This trial is designed to evaluate the raw magnitude of your arcane talent by pitting you against a predetermined opponent of carefully measuring fortitude, also known as I manifest a monster and you fight it. Sure. Mayhap not terribly wise to attempt that in the middle of a town. Why don't we find ourselves a less populated area out near the singing shards? Yeah, let's. We don't want to destroy the city now, don't we? Alright, time to go to the singing shards. Okay, here we are in the singing shards. At least out here, we don't need to worry about property damages or anything. Shall we begin the test of power, mistress? Mistress? You treat your pupils as like superior? Principia? Such was the way in which I was written. And if my full name begins to tire your tongue, you're welcome to call me Prin or Pia. Oh, I rather like Prin. I mean, let's proceed with the challenge. Oh, hello, Mr. Demon of the Tome. Oh, he poisoned me? That's not doing any good. Goodbye. A crushing victory, Artorias. Who could argue the potential of a modern summoner after that display? You have bested the first challenge, mistress. There are few summoners in the elegant long history who boast this degree of native might. Furthermore, that you achieved such potency do not but the study of ancient wisdom is simply astonishing. With a little polish of your technique, guiding you to the loftier heights of power should be astonishing simply. I thought Artorias' technique was more than sufficiently polished, but you say there's room for improvement? I see. We have to adjust your drumstick for perfection if you're to rival the practitioners of the past. Indeed! If you will need more of past practices, then you only need to ask. Actually, I do have a question for you, if you would indulge me, Artorias. Okay. Prim, in which age were you created? You appear to lack the technological achievements that were predominant in the construct of the later days of the Alakan civilization. Another excellent observation. I was spent by Master Suri, a preeminent summoner of his time. He was, in fact, lastly the last summoner of the Alakan Empire regime. Where I date myself by your culture notion of history, my creation would have been taking place at the point just before the Empire's collapse. In other words, solely within the reaches of the etymological chemical discovery. One might reasonably wonder why this wonderful science was excluded from my invention, and I assure you, there is a reason. In the beginning, the Alagans rose to superiority through their mastery of magecraft. It was still that the very first wielders of summoning magic made do with grimoires, fashioned of leather and ink and parchment. Then came a tipping point, however, when the mundane science began to progress with ever-growing rapidity. These advances were married with the arcane, and the esoterical chemical technology was born. Even as the harnessing of lighting emerges, gave rise to new recording mediums. Techniques were developed that allowed complex arcane germanics to be instantly plotted. Traditional grimoires were replaced by devastatingly efficient and elegant weapons. The convenience of these two, however, do not lead themselves well to the instruction of initiates. But with such consideration, the new mediums could not be persuaded without dedicated machinery, and their manufacture was no simple matter. And so the summoners who breathed life into you decided that the tombstones and the like were not the ideal method of passing on his accumulated wisdom. Correct! He chose me for the primitive form of a book, and inscribed within my pages a bounty of potent incantations that require no machine to be cast. Thank you, Prin. I thought only to satisfy my academic curiosity, but I found myself swept up in your description of the past. You truly are the creation of an incredible age. And thank you for your presence, Artorias. Shall we return to Gridania? Yes, let's. Especially after meeting our new friend Prin, which will be very helpful for the days that come to learning new summoner magic. Alright, let's head back to Gridania. And I have returned, Eorzea. I wonder what kind of stuff this book has in store for my future development as a summoner. Well done, Artorias. We're one step closer to revealing a new secret of ancient Alakan. Prim will issue the next challenge after you have a chance to review your studies and hone your abilities to a new level of perfection. I've decided to keep the familiar here at my side for the moment. Even with as many wonders as Eorzea holds, folk tend to panic at the sight of a fanged tome that jumps around on its own accord. Yeah, having a book with fangs would scare anyone, probably me included, if I just see this thing in the open public. Oh, and pay no mind to Captain Wolf. He's obviously wished to secure my services for some task or another, but we have more important matters to attend to. Indeed we do. And job quest level 60 done.